At around 3:40 a.m. in the morning, a special event is happening in the universe. In the scriptures, it is called Brahma Muhurta, i.e. Creator's time. This period of time, which lasts for only 20 minutes, is the time when the presence of God spread in the universe can touch the consciousness of man. If you practice these Yoga Sutras during the golden period, you will soon realize that your human consciousness is in the harmony with God. Since ancient times, a period of time has been special for yogis, which they have called Brahma Muhurta. Due to this Maha Yoga formed in the cosmos exactly 1 hour 36 minutes before sunrise, when the earth is at a tilt of 23.5 degrees, a door opens in the cosmos. Brahma is present on the other side of this opening, even a fraction of whose energy can transform your life. If we look at Samsavi Mahamudra of Yoga Sutra, it is also mentioned in it that if we do the Mahamudra by keeping our head above 20 degrees, it activates the secretion of our pineal gland. Jose Silva, the great source of meditation, found it clear in his EEG test that when someone keeps his head above the beyond horizon line at 20 degrees and rests his eyes at the same angle between his two arms, then it generates alpha brainwave frequency in our brain. This is the same brain frequency that is created in high-performing individuals when they are in flow state. So when you also align yourself with this angle of 23 degrees during Brahma Muhurta with the earth, then Maha Yoga automatically happens inside you, which like an antenna, brings down the frequency of Brahma inside you. Next, I am going to make you aware of 3 such exercises of Yoga Sutra, through which you too can enter that door, but the problem is that despite tireless efforts, you have always failed to wake up in Brahma Muhurta. Circadian rhythm, awarded with Nobel Prize in 2017, is a perfect remedy for this. Circadian rhythm tells us that there is a need for every living being to wake up in Brahma Muhurta. There is a biological clock present inside which naturally controls the process of sleeping and waking up, but the problem arises when the person unbalances his routine. Overuse of social media till late night and excessive amount of caffeine are the main reasons for this disorder. There is a small area in our brain called hypothalamus, the nucleus of which reacts with the light coming from our retina and sends a signal to the body as to when to sleep and when to wake up. When it does not get any light for several hours, it signals the body to sleep. So, that is why if you want to wake up in Brahma Muhurta, then keep your phone aside 2 hours before 10 p.m. During this time, you can read a book or do some exercise. When you sleep at the same time for 2 weeks, your circadian rhythm gets balanced automatically. As a result, you find that your sleep has started waking up early automatically, but it will not happen so early that it wakes up in Brahma Muhurta, and this is the time when we can wake up by piercing our Muladhara chakra. You attain that state of Brahma when you wake up before the set limit of your body, i.e. a few hours earlier than 5 a.m., then it is a sign that by doing this you tell your body that you want to rise above animality and merge with God, because in the morning our sleep is the deepest, which means that the Muladhara chakra is at its peak, which keeps a person involved in animalistic tendencies like eating, sleeping and sex, but if at this time you defeat this Muladhara chakra in its strength, then in a few days you will feel that a new consciousness has arrived within you, and as this consciousness touches its highest level, the wall between your personal consciousness and Para Brahma, i.e. your ego, starts to get destroyed and you start to be situated in your real form. This is what Patanjali says in his Yoga Sutras, Yoga Chiti Vritti Naratada Drish Swarupavasthi, i.e. yoga is that state in which all the tendencies of the mind, i.e. mind, intellect, and ego, all of these come to an end. And the seer, i.e. individual consciousness, comes into such a unique state with cosmic consciousness which is called yoga, i.e. union. To achieve this state, Patanjali in his Yoga Sutras tells about a 3-stage practice which is divided into 3 stages, namely dharana, dhyana and samadhi. In the first stage of this practice, you imagine the object which you want to possess. In simple words, you project your consciousness on that object. Then in its next stage, i.e. dhyana, the sensations arising from that object like touch, smell, and experiences are felt, due to which gradually your consciousness starts getting absorbed in it. Samadhi is the last stage in which the consciousness of the seeker gets so deeply absorbed in that object that it itself gets transformed into that object, and by using this, any object or possibility can be attracted or manifested in your life. In simple words, Samaiman means authority through which we possess any object and gain control over it. This object can be wealth in life. It could be the coming success, or it could be love also. When we hold an object in a state of samadhi and establish authority over it, we can make any kind of changes in it as per our wish, the effect of which can be clearly seen in your life later on. For example, if you spend time on money and influence it, you will see that the cash flow will automatically increase in your life. If you spend time on love, wherever you go people will start looking at you with affectionate eyes. But you cannot control anything until you are controlled by your own ego. Most of us are connected to some identity or the other. Some are Hindus, some are Muslims, some are rich and some are poor. Our consciousness and our ego are in the grip of this. In such a situation, the problem arises when we train the intelligence of our own brain with the wrong ego. For example, if you are born in a poor family, then unconsciously your brain, which is like a supercomputer, gets trained on the ego of poverty. As a result, its intelligence starts working in the same direction which you want. This leads to wrong decisions, this develops wrong habits within you, and you have to face failures in life. In simple words, the mind of such people thinks more about saving money than earning it. That is why first of all we have to get out of the trap of our false identity, because once we reach the zero state of egoless consciousness, then we can absorb any possibility and convert it into reality. For this, first of all you have to balance your daily routine and try to wake up in Brahma Muhurta. For the first 7 days, wake up at 5 a.m. For the next 7 days, bring your waking time to 4:30 a.m. For the last 7 days, try to wake up in Brahma Muhurta at 3:4 am. The initial week may be difficult for you. The middle week will be full of confusion, but the last week will prove to be amazing for you. You will see that within a few days your body will naturally start waking up in Brahma Muhurta. Now I am going to tell you a very important exercise of Yoga Sutra, which is called self-centering exercise. Through this exercise, you will be able to remove your ego. You can learn to remain stable in yourself by gathering your mind. Sit in a comfortable position on a chair or in a posture on the ground. Listen to a special type of alpha frequency whose link I have put in the description. These sound waves give you the opportunity to reach altered states of consciousness, which has 3 main levels. Beta state. In this our mind remains in a fully conscious state where logic, analysis, and control over the outside world remains. Alpha state. This is a deep state of consciousness, neither as dynamic as beta frequency nor as slow as theta frequency. It is best suited for those who want to achieve flow state. In this state your whole day will be relaxed, stressful and full of energy. Theta state. This is a deep meditative state in which the brain waves become almost stable. Those who do spiritual practice use this state for initiation or to connect with the deities. Now while you are listening to the alpha frequency, you will take your sense of awareness to different parts of the body and take them to a state of relaxation. First of all, focus your awareness on your scalp. You will feel a slight vibration. Blood will flow. You will feel a slight warmth arising due to the circulation. Now release all the tension energy of this area and take it to a state of deep peace, which will become deeper as we move forward. Now lift your head slightly and keep it at an angle of 20 degrees. During this, you will see that your vision has naturally become focused in the middle of both the eyebrows. Now focus your attention on the eyelids and take them also to a state of deep relaxation. Repeat this process with your neck, then with the shoulders, then with the chest, then with the stomach, then with the thighs, knees, and feet. Slowly take all these parts to a state of deep relaxation. Now you are completely in a state of deep relaxation. Now feel as if your feet are not a part of your body, then your knees, thighs, stomach, chest, neck. Slowly your whole body is dissolving and you are left only as a pure consciousness. Now Samema can be done with every possibility, but in this video we will establish Samema with money. Remember, if you can hold it in your head, then soon you can hold it in your hands too. I want you to visualize money in your mind, feel it, go near it, look at it closely, feel its smell, feel its texture, imagine it as if it is really there. Hold this sensation for a while because your consciousness does not know the difference between reality and imagination. Its job is simply to manifest what is before it. Now as you go deeper into your meditation, you will become what you are focusing on. Keep practicing this meditation during Brahma Muhurta and keep your eyes open. The thing you are focusing on will find a way into your life. Your job is just to recognize that possibility and work on it.